Okay, good morning students. Today we are going to solve numerical problems based on photoelectric effect and electron discharge and Millikan oil drop experiment. Okay. Now the first problem. Sir, before going to these problems, while converting into electron volt and joules, because usually in problems the energy will be given in electron volts. So to solve the problems, we have to convert into joules. So remember that 1 electron volt is equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 joule. And if energy is given in electron volt, and we can directly calculate the wavelength of the incident radiation. Suppose a photon of energy is given E. If the photon of energy E is given, then we can write it as hc by lambda. So to calculate lambda or lambda to electron volt, we can use this equation. So E is equal to 12400 by lambda in Armstrong. Then we will get direct answer in electron volt. So you have to remember this. Okay, energy is equal to 12400 by lambda in Armstrong gives the value of energy in electron volt. Similarly, we can change this also. So lambda in Armstrong is equal to 12400 by electron energy in electron volt. So we can use to convert energy and wavelengths. Okay. Now the first one, the voltage across the electrodes of cathode ray tube is 500 volt. Calculate the speed of electrons. The voltage across the electrodes of a cathode ray tube is 500 volt. Calculate the speed of electrons. So to accelerate an electron, we have to use a positive potential. So that potential is given as 500 volt. So as we by work energy theorem, change in kinetic energy is equal to work done. So we can write like this: half mv square is equal to ev. Because here the charge of the particle is electron, so its charge is E. Actually we have to write VQ instead of Q. We are writing the charge of electron. So half mv is because initially from the cathode, the emitted cathodes has zero kinetic energy. After accelerating through this potential, they gain a kinetic energy of half mv square. So change in kinetic energy is equal to half mv square minus 0. So we are directly writing it as half mv square is equal to electron volt. In this problem, you have to find out the velocity of this electron. So given V is 500 volt and you have to calculate V. So from this relation, V square is equal to EV by 2EV by M into, that's all. Implies V is equal to square root of 2EV by M. That is already by J.J. Thomson method, the E by M of electron we have calculated as 1.76 10 power 11. So we can write directly as E by M is equal to 1.76 into 10 to the power 11 coulomb per kg. So now substitute in this. So V is equal to square root of 2 into 1.76 10 power 11 into voltage applied is 500. So this is square root of 200, 1.76 10 to the power 11 into 2000 into 2 into 500 is 1000, that is 1000, that is 10 cube plus 311. So this is the square root of 1.76 into square root of 10 to the power 11. Therefore, V is equal to square root of 1.76 into 10 to the power 7. So this 14 by writing test, square root of 14 is 7. So we get this equation. So now we can have calculator. This one we get it as 1.326 into 10 to the power 7 meter per second. So you calculate it through calculator. So by calculating we get that equation. Now the second one. An electron at rest. An electron at rest is accelerated through the potential difference applied across anode and cathode of 200 volt. If the velocity of electron is 8.4 into 10 power 6 meter per second, find its specific charge. An electron at rest is accelerated through a potential difference applied across anode and cathode of 200 volt. The velocity of electron is 8.4 10 power 6 meter per second. Find its specific charge. So same principle, when electron is accelerated through the potential, that means initially electron is at rest and it is accelerated by a potential difference of 200 volt. That means change in kinetic energy is equal to work done. That is same form, half mv square. Initial kinetic energy is 0, so directly we can write half mv square is equal to EV. So in this problem, given velocity is 8.4 10 power minus 6 and capital V, the accelerating potential is 200 volt. So you have to find specific charge, that is E by m is equal to question mark. So from this equation we can write E by m as there is half mv square is equal to E by m, sorry, EV. So E by m. So V square by 2V is equal to E by m. That implies E by m is equal to, now substituting this V and V here, 8.4 10 power minus 6 whole square divided by 2 into 200. That is 8.4 into 8.4 10 power, sorry, 10 power plus 6, sorry, 10 power 12 divided by 400. So again these 200 will get cancelled. This is 10 power 10. So this is 84 into 84 is 70.56 into 10 to the power 10 divided by 4. That is 1, 4, 78. Point 6 10 power 11 sorry 1 that is 37.6 into 64 into 10 to the power 10, that is 1.764 10 to the power 11 coulomb per kg. Okay, now third one. Next, third one, an electron beam moving with a speed moving with a speed 2.5 10 power 10 power 7 meter per second enters into a magnetic field perpendicular to its direction. Perpendicular to its direction of motion. The magnetic induction of the field the magnetic induction of the field is 4 into 10 power minus 3 Weber per meter square. Find the intensity of electric field electric field to be applied so that electron is undeflected due to magnetic field. Okay. Now the problem is an electron beam moving through a speed of 2.5 10 power 7 meter per second enters into a magnetic field perpendicular to its direction of motion. The magnetic induction of the field is 4 into 10 power minus 3 Weber per meter square. Find the intensity of electric field to be applied so that the electron is undeflected due to magnetic field. That means the forces due to magnetic field and electric field are equal. Actually, force in magnetic field is B EV sin theta, and that equal to E into E. This is actually when these two forces balance each other, this electron beam will be undeflected. So these two are to be equal. But in this problem, given that the magnetic field is perpendicular to the direction of motion, that means velocity of the electron and magnetic field direction are perpendicular. So that B and V are perpendicular. So this theta is 90 degree. So we can write as B is given as, so we can cancel out this. So E is equal to BV sin theta. Okay. And in this problem, B is given as, this is 4 into 10 power minus 3 Weber per meter square, and velocity of this is given as 2.5 10 power 7 meter per second, and this theta is given as perpendicular, so theta is 90 degree. Therefore E is equal to BV, because sin theta sin 90 is 1. So E is BV, that is 4 into 10 power minus 3 2.5 into 10 power 7. Again this is 10 is 10 power 8, 10 power 8 into 10 power minus 3, that is 10 to the power 5. Electric field unit is Newton per Coulomb. Now the fourth one. An electron enters an electron enters into a magnetic field of induction in a magnetic field of induction one into 10 power minus 2 Tesla with a velocity one into 10 power 7 meter per second and deflects into a circular path of radius 6 into 10 power minus 3 meter. Find the specific charge of electron. So given the magnetic field of induction, an electron enters into a magnetic field of induction 10 to the power minus 2 Tesla with a velocity 10 power 7 meter per second and deflects into a circular path of radius 6 into 10 power minus 3 meter. Find the specific charge of electron. So in this problem, given the magnetic field as 1 into 10 power minus 2 Tesla and velocity of the electron is given as 1 into 10 power 7 meter per second and the radius of the circular orbit is 6 into 10 power minus 3 meter. So these three are given and you are asked to find the specific charge of electron, that is E by m of electron. Okay. Now when an electron enters into a magnetic field, it describes or traces a circular path and deflects in circular path. So you have to find given that the radius of that particular circular path is 6 into 10 to the power minus 3. So now what is the condition to be applied here is the necessary force required for a body to revolve around a circular path is centripetal force. So the centripetal force means mv square by r. In this case, the centripetal force is mv square by r, and this centripetal force, the necessary centripetal force is supplied by this force due to the magnetic field, and that is BQV, that is BEV. Okay, that means the necessary centripetal force is supplied by the force due to the magnetic field. Now by equating this, we can calculate the specific charge. Now by cancel out this V, velocity. So mv is equal to mv by r is equal to be. So we have to calculate E by m. So this implies b by br is equal to E by m. So now substituting the velocity b and r values, we can calculate the specific heat. So E by m is equal to b is 10 power minus 2 divided by V. Okay, velocity is given by 10 power 7 by b is 10 power minus 2 into radius is 6 into 10 power minus 3. So minus 2 minus 3 minus 12, that is 1 by 6 into 10 to the power 12. That is approximately 1.67 10 power 11 coulomb per kg. An electron beam with speed (5.2 into 10 power 6) enters into a magnetic field of induction (3 into 10 power minus 4 Tesla) directed normal to the beam find the radius of circle traced by the beam given E by m is 1.76 10 to the power 11 coulomb per kg. An electron beam with a speed 5.2 10 power 6 meter per second enters into a magnetic field of induction 3 into 10 to the power minus 4 Tesla directed normally toward the beam. Find the radius of the circle traced by the beam given E by m is equal to 1.76 10 power 11 coulomb per kg. Exactly similar to the previous one, but here you are asked to find the radius. So they have given the E by m. So similar case, actually here also the magnetic field is directed normal, that means theta is 90. So we can directly write BEV is equal to mv square by r. Same. So in this problem B is 3 into 10 power minus 4 Tesla and V is 5.2 10 power 6 meter per second, and they have given as E by m as 1.76 10 power 11 coulomb per kg. So from this we can write like this. So can cancel out first V. So R is equal to mv by E into B. So this can be written as V by B into E by m. So this is equal to, you can directly substitute now, 5.2 10 power 6 divided by 3 into 10 power minus 4 into this one, 1.76 10 power 11. So this is 5.2 divided by 3 into 17.6. This is approximately 0.098 meter. So radius of the orbit, circular orbit is 0.098. Now, a charged drop is suspended in a uniform field, in a uniform electric field of 300 volt per centimeter, so that it neither falls nor rises, Find the charge on the drop if its mass is 9.75 10 power minus 12 gram. So, a charged drop is suspended in a uniform electric field of 300 volt per centimeter, so that it neither falls nor rises. Find the charge on the drop if its mass is 9.75 10 power minus 12. So, in this problem, the given is strength of the electric field and mass of the drop, oil drop, that is charged oil drop. So, given the mass of the drop is 9.75 10 power minus 12, that is gram. So, we can convert into 9.75 10 to the power minus 15 kg, and the volt electric field strength is given as 300 volt per centimeter, that is 300 volt per 10 power minus 2 meter, that is 300 into 2, that is 3 into 10 power 4 volt per meter. Okay, these two are given. So, here given that particular drop neither falls nor rises, means in that electric field, that particular drop, actually when a drop falls, the downward force acting on it is weight of the body, that is mg, weight of the drop downwards. But electric field is such that applied so that it remains at rest, so that it neither falls nor rises, means an electric field is just equal to that of this weight of this drop. So, electric field strength is in the upward direction. Here in this case we don't consider the viscous force, because the oil drop is not moving. So, viscous force comes into play when the body is in motion. When the this drop is at rest, means viscous force is 0, and this is at rest, means it is not displacing the air molecules or the surrounding medium, so that buoyant force is also 0. So, if these two forces are equal and opposite, the particular drop neither falls nor rises, it will be stationary. So, we can write this equation as Fe is equal to mg, but the force on a charged particle in an electric field is Eq, that is Eq is equal to mg. So, in this problem you have to find the charge on the drop. So, you have to find Q. So, Q is equal to, from this equation, mg by capital E. So, this is 9.75 10 power minus 15 and G value 9.8 by electric field strength, we got it 3 into 10 power 4. So when this 4 goes to upwards, so the value is 9.75 into 9.8 into 10 to the power minus 19 divided by 3. So that is 3.25. So 3.25 into 9.8 10 to the power minus 19. Assume that if G is 10, then this will be 32.5. So this value is approximately 32.5 into 10 power minus 19 coulomb. So if you calculate with a calculator, you may get the answer 31.85. Exact value is 31.85 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. So the charge on the particular drop is 31.85 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. So next one, seventh one, in Millikan oil drop experiment, an oil drop was prevented from falling or rising by applying a potential difference of 5750 volt, 5750 volt between parallel horizontal plates (1.5 centimeter apart). Assuming that the drop carried one electron charge what was the radius of the drop? What was the radius of the drop? So in Millikan oil drop experiment, an oil drop was prevented from falling or rising by applying a potential difference of 5750 volts between parallel horizontal plates 1.5 centimeter apart. Assuming that the drop carried one electron charge, what was the radius of the drop? Some information has to be given as, okay, the density of the oil is 0.92 10 to the power 0.92 gram per centimeter cube. This was given. So this problem is also exactly similar to this previous one, but in the previous one the difference is here you are asked to find the radius of the drop. So the same case you have to consider. Drop is falling, it is weight mg, it is balanced by electric force EE such that EQ, if these two forces balance each other, this particular drop neither falls nor rises. So take the case. So same one here also. So in this problem, given E is equal to potential difference is 5750 volt divided by, they are separated by 1.5 centimeter. So this is the potential, this is the strength of the field. So right, okay, we have to convert into meters. So this is 5750 1.5 10 power minus 2. So this is 5750 into 10 square by 1.5 volt per meter. This is the strength of the field. And another one given is the charge of the carried, assume here it is given, the drop carried 1 electron charge. That means Q is equal to charge of 1 electron, that is 1.6 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. Next, you have to find the radius of the drop. So for our equation is EQ is equal to mg first, but mass can be written as volume into density, that is 4 pi 3 pi r cube into rho into g, and given this rho as 0.92. So take it as density of is 0.92 gram per cc. So convert into kg per meter cube, that is 0.92 into 10 cube kg per meter cube. Okay, from this you can simplify like this. So we have to calculate the radius of the drop, that means we want r value. So from this equation, r cube is equal to 3 e cube by 4 pi rho g. Therefore r is equal to 3 e cube by 4 pi rho g whole power 1 by 3. Okay, so by this relation we can calculate the radius of the drop. Now by substituting all this, r is equal to 3 into E value is this one 5750 by 1.5 into 10 to the power 2, and Q value is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 divided by 4 into 3.14 into 0.92 10 cube into 9.8 whole power 1 by 3. So you have to calculate this value by calculator. So on calculating using a calculator, we can get this value, total value as 1.175 10 to the power minus 4 meter. So I got this value. So you also please check through a calculator. Okay, the next one, 8th one. next one, eighth one. A charged oil drop acquires an upward velocity of 2 into 10 to the power minus 5 meter per second when placed between parallel plates placed between parallel plates 0.01 m meter apart and having a potential difference having a potential difference 31.5 volt between them. The drop falls under gravity the drop falls under gravity with a velocity 2 into 10 power minus 6 meter per second if the coefficient of viscosity of air to be 1.8 into 10 to the power minus 5 SI units and the density of the oil drop is 9 into 10 power 3 kg per meter cube. Sorry, 9 into 10 to the power 2 kg per meter cube. How many electron charges does the drop carry? So a charged oil drop acquires an upward velocity of 2 into 10 to the power minus 5 meter per second when placed between the parallel plates 0.01 meter apart, having a potential difference of 31.5 volt between them. The drop falls under gravity with a velocity 2 into 10 to the power minus 6 meter per second. If the coefficient of viscosity of air to be 1.8 into 10 power 5 SI units and density of the oil is this one, then find how many electron charge does the drop carry. Okay. Now this is actually the problem based on Millikan oil drop experiment. In that we have derived that the charge of the electron is equal to, actually in Millikan oil drop experiment we have the conclusion of this Millikan oil drop experiment is every charge is an integral multiple of charge of electron. So the charge on the oil drop is an integral multiple of charge of electron, that is Ne. So this equal to, actually the equation is 6 pi eta by E into V1 plus V2 into square root of 9 eta V1 by 2 rho minus sigma G actually this is the equation, this is the expression to calculate the charge of the oil drop we got, and this V1 V2 are the velocities without electric field, with electric field, and this V1 is without electric field, or the velocity when it is falling under gravity, and V2 is the velocity when electric field is applied. Now in this case all this okay, but in the given problem E is given, eta is given, V1 and V2 are given, and G is 9.8, density of the oil drop is given, but the density of air is not given, so we can neglect because compared to that 9.2 it may be very less. So now we can, by neglecting air density, so this equation changes as rho Z to rho into G. Okay. Now by substituting all this is 6 pi. Now E can be written as potential by distance, so this can be written as E by D. So the final equation is this one, 6 pi eta D by V, V1 plus V2, square root of 9 eta V1 by 2 into rho into G. So this is 6 3.14, eta is 1.8 10 power minus 5 into the distance is 0.01 divided by potential is 31.5 into this is 2 into 10 power minus 5 plus 2 into 10 power minus 6 into square root of 9 into 1.8 10 power minus 5 into 2 into 10 power minus 6 by 2 into 9 into 10 power 2 into 9.8. So this can be simplified using calculator only. So you calculate this value. So I have calculated using the calculator. I got this value as, I have calculated this value as Ne is equal to 3.211 into 10 to the power minus 19. So N is equal to this value divided by electron charge, that is 3.211 into 10 to the power minus 19 by 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19. This is approximately 2. So the drop carries 2 electron charges. So the number of electrons on this oil drop is 2. one, the what will be the minimum frequency of light? What will be the minimum frequency of light source to get photocurrent from a metal surface having work function two electron volt. So given the work function is 2 electron volt and you have to calculate the threshold frequency or minimum frequency to get the photocurrent. So the work function is equal to h nu naught, and you have to remember h value. Planck's constant value is 6.625 10 power minus 34 joule second, and also convert this electron volt into joule. So given this 2 electron volt is equal to 6.625 10 power minus 34 into nu naught, and therefore nu naught is equal to 2 electron volt divided by 6.625 10 power minus 34, but electron volt converting into 2 into 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 by 6.625 10 power minus 34, that is 3.2 divided by 6.625 into 10 to the power, this is 34 minus 19 is 15, so plus 15. So nu naught is equal to, this is approximately 1 by 3, so 10 to the power 15 heads. Approximately 1 by 3 means 3 point something, approximately 1 by 2, so 0.51512. Now the 10th one. The work function of a metal the threshold wavelength for emission of photoelectrons from a metal is 6 into 10 power minus 7 meter. What is the work function of material of the metal? So given threshold wavelength lambda naught as 6 into 10 power minus 7 meter. So write it in Armstrong, that is 6000 into 10 power minus 10 meter, that is 6000 Armstrong. Okay. Now we have to find the work function. So work function is equal to h nu naught, that is hc by lambda naught. So when it is convenient to use the relation like this, W is equal to 12400 by lambda in Armstrong electron volt. Simple one is this one. So that is 12400 by lambda in Armstrong, that is 6000. We get the direct value in electron volt. Then these two will get cancelled. That is 12.4 by 6 electron volt. That is 2.06 electron volts. So if this is the work function, if we have to, in competitive exams the answer may be given in electron volt or maybe in joule, so we can convert into joule also. That is 2.06, 1.6, 10 power minus 19 joule. So this is approximately 3.296, 10 power minus 19 joule. So this one. So okay, this is the value. So